the demand for energy in the AI sector, that is going to it's going to double by 2030. It's drawing 10 times more electricity just to address your one query on the AI chatbot. AI, the environmental footprint of AI. Basically, we have to analyze this. So now we can see that AI is becoming much more sophisticated. You can see so many developments taking place, and it is having transformational impact on our lives, on the work life also. Yet the concern is with regard to its environmental impacts, the adverse impacts that it is having. So if you see, recently there has been this development with regard to the Coalition for Sustainable AI. The Coalition for the Sustainable or the Environment Friendly AI. Of this, India is also a member. Okay? So, this Coalition for the environmentally sustainable AI, of which India is also a member. This was launched recently in the month of February 2025, and it has been led by UNEP along with the International Telecommunication Union. So these are spearheading the formation of this coalition, and the concern is with regard to the adverse impact of AI and how we can mitigate that. Okay? So it's going to foster the cooperation, and the tools, the guidance will be provided to all the stakeholders who are involved in the AI ecosystem. Okay? So let's start analyzing these impacts. So we'll analyze it basically from the 5 perspectives. So remember that. Okay? The adverse environmental impacts of AI. The first and foremost that we'll study is with regard to its energy consumption. ठीक है, पहले देख लेते हैं कौन से पर्सपेक्टिव हैं जिन्हें हमें एग्जामिन करना है. सेकंड, विद रिगार्ड टू द extremely high water footprint of this sector, the water footprint. ठीक है, फिर इसके बाद now with regard to the operation of the data centers, you'll also find there is another problem regarding the carbon footprint it has. ठीक है. And then there is this problem of sourcing the raw materials and how it is leading to the land use changes and the associated problems. ठीक है. And the last vertical from which we'll be examining, that is the accumulation of e-waste. So these are basically the 5 perspectives from which we have to analyze the environmental impacts of AI. So if you see, the first one will talk about energy consumption. Now see, according to the International Energy Agency, it is said that the demand for energy in the AI sector, that is going to it's going to double by 2030. At present, it is estimating that it is somewhere around, in 2024, this is somewhere around 415 terawatt hours, and this is going to shoot dramatically by more than 2 times. So this is going to reach somewhere 945 terawatt hours by the year 2030, and this demand, it will be coming from the operation of the large language models, the data centers, okay, so which are running these complex algorithms, and these algorithms, they are tested multiple times. So when they are trained, the strenuous training that is carried out, in that process itself, lots of energy consumption is taking place. And in fact, according to the World Economic Forum, when you are making one query, you just make one query to any AI chatbot, say the chat GPT, when you are making one query to this, and now compare this amount of energy consumed in this as you compare it with the Google search. Just search on the Google that same thing or ask it to the chat GPT. You see the demand difference. This is going to consume 10 times more energy. So it's drawing 10 times more electricity just to address your one query on the AI chatbot. So now you can imagine the huge energy consumption that is taking place in the process. Okay? So the second issue that we have to analyze. So what was the second issue? That is your regarding the consumption of the water. So these data centers, when they are continuously operating, there are supercomputers, the training process is carried out, and during those hours you will see that lot of water is consumed just to prevent the overheating. Now to prevent the overheating, there will be the need for the fresh water, because if we use the saline water, there will be problem of the corrosion. To prevent that, demand for fresh water will be more here, and already we are in a phase where we are facing the problem of water scarcity, which is further worsened by the droughts and the heat waves, which is the effect of global warming. So when already the water resources, they are scarce, and the demand for the of water from the data centers, it's only going to increase. Okay? So it's, if you compare the demand of water for one data center, rather you will see that the water consumption by the data center in 1 year, that will be equivalent to what around 50,000 people would be consuming. ठीक है, तो वाटर डिमांड भी बहुत ज़्यादा ही है इस केस में. ठीक है, सो दैट इज अनदर इम्पैक्ट. ठीक है, इसके बाद थर्ड इशू की अगर हम बात करें, सो दैट इज द थर्ड इशू regarding the carbon footprint, the carbon footprint of AI. ठीक है. In fact, if you compare the footprint of AI sector and you compare it with the transportation sector, if we draw the comparison between the carbon footprint of AI and the transportation sector, there is tremendously high greenhouse gas emissions which are emitted by the AI. ठीक है, ये याद रखना है आपको. ठीक है, and most importantly concern क्या है? As of now you see that there is dominance of coal. Coal is dominating in the energy generation. So most of the demand for the electricity to run the data centers, to run the these AI ecosystems, that is fulfilled by the coal, which is a dirty fuel, and this is having directly the impact over global warming. So this is another concern, and now that we are moving further towards the world where more and more AI is being used, so it's going to have dramatically adverse effects on the global warming if we do not contain or do not take the measures which are needed to ensure the environment friendliness of the AI. ठीक है, फिर इसके बाद next issue that we have is with regard to the raw materials which it is drawing. The fourth issue, the consumption of raw materials to make the hardware. Now it is said, if you just to make the 2 kilograms of the computer, the demand for resources, how much? 800 kilograms of the raw material is required, and this raw material, that is mostly the critical minerals, which you can find either they will be there within the forests, ठीक है, forest lands, or they have to be excavated from the deep oceans. Now both of these ecosystems, if you see, these are the carbon sinks and the lungs of the earth. But now just imagine, just to make 2 kilograms of the computer, this much demand for raw materials is there to make the supercomputers, which are the backbone of the AI industry. How much amount of raw materials would be required? And in fact, it will only increase. It will increase about 1,000 times by 2030. So what will happen as a result? There will be large devastation of these forest tracts, especially in the Amazon, in the Congo forest, where these critical minerals are found. Apart from that, there will be also more race for the deep sea mining, and that is going to have its own impacts with regard to the loss of the marine biodiversity, much of which has not been even discovered so far. ठीक है, so it's going to have its own set of challenges which if we are not addressing, that would be a major concern. ठीक है, तो उसके बाद जो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम बाद में आता है regarding the hazardous waste. Now towards the end of the life, when the hardware will be discarded and it will be disposed, that is going to result in the accumulation of hazardous waste, the e-waste, which is also the source of the problems like mercury and the lead pollution. And we already know that they are having very adverse effects on the health of the humans. Especially they have adverse effect on the nervous system. ठीक है, then there will be developmental delays or developmental disorders in the babies. IQ related problems will be there. ठीक है, so all of these, there will be adverse effects which will be further compounding from the AI related e-waste. ठीक है, so this is another problem regarding this. Now when we have seen the problems, we also need to see what are the solutions. So far, if you see, UNESCO has come out with its recommendations on the ethics of artificial intelligence, and these recommendations, they were given in the year 2021. In fact, this is the first the first global standard. This is the first global standard on the AI. ठीक है, on the use of AI. This is the first standard recommended by the UNESCO, and under which it has also included the environmental ethics that needs to be taken care of when we are fostering the AI ecosystem. ठीक है, so apart from that, most recently European Union has taken the lead. It has brought out this legally binding AI Act. This is Enforceable AI Act, which is focusing on reducing the environmental impact of AI. Apart from this, we have studied in the context that recently the Coalition for Environmentally Sustainable AI has been launched. ठीक है, so these are the steps that have been taken so far. इसके बाद आता है कि भाई क्या करने की ज़रूरत है. ठीक है, so let's see what is the way forward with regard to addressing the negative implications of the AI industry. So when we talk about this, the way forward, so according to UNEP, as per the United Nations Environment Problem, it says that there are basically 5 things that you can do in this regard. So what are these 5 things? 1, that countries, they need to establish the standardized procedures. Countries should have their standardized procedures or the standards, you can say, to assess for the assessment of AI's environmental impact. Okay. So as part of this, we can have something like, we can introduce the framework of lifestyle impact, lifestyle, or the algorithmic impact assessment, just as part of the EIA framework that we have in our country, the environmental impact assessment. Particularly for the AI sector, there needs to be the regulation with regard to the lifestyle impact assessment of AI. Okay, so that what the vulnerabilities are, they need to be exposed in time and fixed in time. Okay. Now, with the help of UNEP, governments can develop these regulations. It can take the help of UNEP, and rather companies should be encouraged. Companies need to be encouraged, or they should be given the incentives so that they can themselves disclose what is their environmental impact in terms of, suppose, what is their carbon footprint, what is the amount of the raw materials they are drawing, what are the other adverse effects of their AI ecosystems that they have built. There should be this voluntary disclosure coming from the tech companies itself as part of their moral responsibility also towards the planet Earth. ठीक है, तो गूगल ने ऐसा किया है, which is also something which other companies should imitate. ठीक है. Apart from that, most importantly, these companies need to develop, they need to foster the green innovation in terms of how they are building the AI hardware, so that AI hardware, it should be more energy efficient. ठीक है, ज्यादा एनर्जी एफिशिएंट हार्डवेयर होना चाहिए. Then one of the most important things that is recommended is that there should be this encouragement to build these small domain specific AI models, instead of the generalized models, because as such the computational power will be less and also the demand for the resources that will be less, hence the environmental impact is also expected to be less in that case. ठीक है. And it is also suggested that the already existing models of AI, they should be rather retrained. ठीक है, pre-trained models should be retrained on new data if they are to be assigned for any new task. Altogether, instead of building the new AI, the already existing ones need to be remodeled. ठीक है, that is the next thing that has been recommended. ठीक है, apart from this, it is also suggested that these data centers, their location should be chosen very wisely. Where they should choose to locate? They should choose to locate rather in the green corridors, or you can say in the green zones, where there is surplus, wherever there is surplus production of the renewable energy. And this renewable energy, it should substitute coal as the primary source of energy. ठीक है. This is one of the very important recommendations in this regard. So it will help in bringing down the carbon footprint of the AI industry. ठीक है. इसके अलावा और क्या करना चाहिए? That these tech companies, they can also be encouraged to participate. They can participate in the voluntary or the compliance based recommendable that they should participate in the compliance based carbon trading, so that they are encouraged to foster the innovation in how they are working with their AI infrastructure, and accordingly they can remodel their designs or their algorithms. They should be more energy efficient and less consumption of water should be there. For the less consumption of water, it is recommended that they need to adopt the principles of the circular economy, where the recycled water should be used instead of drawing on the fresh water. Okay? Then what else they can do, that you also need to tell me. One suggestion I'll invite from you people. ठीक है, तो इसके साथ ही हमारा ये वाला टॉपिक कंप्लीट हो जाता है. ठीक है, सो वी आर डन विद दिस टॉपिक and it's important one. Please prepare with this topic thoroughly, and you have this mains question with regard to this topic itself. The question is that rapid adoption of the AI technology poses the significant environmental challenges, particularly in terms of the energy consumption and the e-waste generation. Critically analyze the ecological risk associated with the AI and suggest the innovative policy measures to mitigate these challenges.